Welcome viewers. This is Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. I'm off to work this morning. I'm just waiting to get picked up in 15 minutes. I'll do a video at work and see if I can bring something constructive for you. Thank you for your likes, your comments, the people from all over the world that are benefiting from the time I'm putting into these videos. Just remember that a relationship takes work. It takes constant introspection and constant self-awareness on your part to perform the way that you should. You don't want to be lagging in your relationship. If the person that you're with ends up falling prey to their sinful nature via psychopathy or narcissism or some kind of fading behavior, maybe a triangulation, maybe they've gone into an emotional affair which has led to a physical affair, or you've cottoned on that something just ain't right with your gut. Always go with your gut. You really have to attach fairly to that person. You've got to be loving and attached, but you've also got to be attached in a way that you're not over devoted and over loyal. Because that's when you lose your identity. That's when you lose your person. And I've always said to my girls, to my women, don't lose yourself in this relationship. And they understand. You've got to remember, women have a survival instinct. In the old days when tribes were overtaken by other tribes and women would just adapt. They just start having sex with the guys that have conquered. They've got this innate survival ability, adaptation ability. And that's just the way it is for men. A lot of men over-devote, over-commit. They go into depression and all sorts of suicidal, self-destructive types of behavior. They lose their thoughts, thinkings, their self-awareness, because you have been culturalized to over-commit. You've been culturalized to over-devote. You have allowed your loyalty to blind you from who you are and how you're supposed to structure yourself within the relationship. A lot of the breakup counseling is about coming back to yourself. Well, don't leave yourself. A woman wants some mystery. She wants to know that you are walking down your path with your vision, and that she definitely ain't going to be getting in the way, and that when she gets to come into connection with you, she's going to receive masculinity and power, not femininity. We can go feminine if we over-devote and allow our loyalty to blind us from the life we're supposed to be living now. Women want to be fascinated with the fact that you can go at any tick of the clock. It's that fear that they're attracted to. For some strange reason, it doesn't interpret into insecurity for these girls. They want the element of mystery. And what a lot of these, you'll find they will for the rebellious ones, they're going to push you into a discard or a reverse discard, or something's going to happen where they fade out. And age has no barriers in the way in which female nature can collapse, and male nature as well, because we all have a sinful nature, and by inherent characteristics it wants to destroy. So you have to introspect daily, you have to examine yourself daily and be educating yourself daily. You have to be physically developing yourself. Even if it's a 20-minute walk, you have to eat right, and then you have to think right. You have to have boundaries around yourself within the relationship, so that you're two individuals that are interdependent to a point to produce power, intimacy, and love in the relationship. If you've got unresolved, like if you're on the piss or taking drugs and stuff, and she's saying hang on, and you lose the relationship, that's on you. If you're not developing yourself and you're putting yourself in a position where she jumps the fence and she's getting it from somebody else, or you've failed, that's on you, and it's up to you to fix it. You can get down in the dumps and get all depressed and make excuses for yourself. No. We're in a time now where that won't work. It doesn't work. That's why there's so much mental health and stuff, and people are crushing and collapsing left, right, and center on drugs, alcohol, self-pity, and conceitedness and resentments, and, you know, unconstructive sexual habits and all this sort of stuff. No. You've got one chance in your life, right, to get the revelation that you're responsible for your performance, male and female. And if you're not prepared, I'm telling you, I'm 57-year-old and I've lived this. I've lived it and I've led by example. If you're not prepared, right, to do that, and you've been warned by your partner and they say, I'm sorry, but I'm out, I'm not tolerating this anymore, that is on you, if it's all genuine and fair. Because a lot of us think we can stand over people because of who we are. You're not as important as you think. It's based on your performance daily for that person. You need to understand this. You need to come back and get realistic and stop taking things for granted. Yeah, no. We all want to please and we all want to be pleased, but we have to be in a position where the person's turned on, right, is comfortable with and secure by the person that we are. And if they're going to blow it, if they're going to put shit on you and you're putting up with their shit or they're putting up with your shit, that is not what it's about. And that is the point where you go, no. And they should go no as well, because this is why nobody's learning and developing the arts of relationship anymore. Because nobody's got the courage to say, hang on a sec, no, I'm not tolerating that anymore. I'll give you time to try and fix it. I've given people fucking 6 months to try and fix things. 9 months. I got out of a marriage after 10 weeks of crap. 5 years. In 10 weeks, the marriage was over. Once the woman went down the tubes. No, man. You guys don't put yourself in a position where she can tell you to get out the door. If she does and you've been on point, move on hard. Go through the ruminating and all the processing and the post-mortem and the burial of it all, and rise from the dead. Rise. Takes time, but you will rise. Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. Get out there and man up and woman up and do it right. Bye for now.